Welcome to the Pizza Bros podcast. This is your favorite district manager, Debbie. Yeah, I said favorite because this mug that I sip my coffee out of says world's best district manager and mommy. That's right. My son Georgie gave it to me. That's how I know it's real and it's authentic, that I am the world's best mommy. So anyways, episode 12, new uniforms. Now get back to work.
Thursday afternoon, just after the beginning of dinner shift, Dennis and Steve hide in the back room covered in an itchy red rash. The rash begins and ends where their new uniforms start. Don't these new uniforms look exactly, and I mean exactly, like our old uniforms? Steve asks Dennis.
Yeah, except they're really itchy,
says Dennis as he scratches the raw skin around his neck and face. Don't say itchy, because now I'm itchy, exclaims Steve as he too scratches himself like a dog with fleas. Back in the office, Debbie checks in with Ed.
Did you give everyone their new Pizza Bros shirts?
She asks.
Yep, I gave 2 to each employee and instructed them to start wearing them tonight. I've already collected everyone's old uniforms as well,
Ed says with pride. Ed pauses as he sees an opportunity to score bonus points with Debbie.
I gotta say, these new uniforms look much more professional than our old ones. Just seeing them on the staff makes me think it's really gonna help our public image,
Ed says, sucking up to Debbie.
I agree,
responds Debbie.
And they really help our bottom line too. They look good and are only half the cost of normal uniforms. There's no downside. I'm going to inspect some of your staff and see how they look.
Debbie leaves the office and heads to the main part of the store, only to find Jenny scratching herself at the driver's table. As Debbie leaves the room, Jenny pulls out a bottle of calamine lotion and rubs it on her raw skin.
That's the ticket,
she says with satisfaction as the itch decreases. Debbie enters the prep room, only to see Bill also scratching himself furiously. As Debbie walks through the back of the store, she finds Dennis and Steve scratching themselves with a look of irritation on their face. Debbie walks away. Her mind drifts, and she finds herself wishing that Dennis was alone so she could speak to him. How she longs to hear his intelligent voice and see his strong, dedicated hands label containers of ingredients correctly and thoroughly. She shakes her head and steadies herself. Today is an inspection day, and she can't show any sign of weakness. Alarmed by a consistent pattern of scratching, Debbie suddenly remembers the most recent district manager meeting at the Pizza Bros corporate tower. At the meeting, Brenda speaks on identifying drug addicts in the workplace.
The number 1 sign,
says Brenda.
Scratching.
Brenda pauses and continues.
Number 2, rashes.
She points.
Number 3, irritability. Number 4, fatigue. And last but not least, number 5, dead in the eyes.
Quick as a flash, Debbie runs back to Ed's office to tell him about her realization.
This Pizza Bros store is infested with drug addicts,
she accuses. Ed scratches his shiny, bald head with confusion.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Your entire staff is doing drugs. I've seen all the signs. Itching, irritability, and every last one of them is dead in the eyes. As of this moment, I'm ordering the entire staff to take a drug test,
Debbie demands loudly.
Whoa, wait a minute,
Ed says calmly, but Debbie plows ahead in panic.
Don't you know that people on drugs are more likely to cause accidents in the workplace? That's liability we can't afford,
she continues vigorously. Ed tries to defuse the situation.
Look, it's already hard enough to get and keep employees. I don't think this is a great idea.
Debbie ignores Ed and declares,
I'll take one too, just to keep things fair.
Ed sighs.
Please don't make my crew take a drug test. Even if they're not on drugs, I'll scare off like 90% of my staff,
he pleads.
We are doing this tomorrow. It'll be Friday, and we can get everyone with a surprise drug test in one go,
Debbie says with resolve. Ed sighs in defeat and reluctantly agrees, choosing to toe the corporate line. Outside of the office, Travis shows up for work, late as usual, and he is holding a foil pan full of treats for everyone to enjoy while they work.
I brought brownies,
he announces with pride in his voice. Brownies? asks Steve.
Yeah, I made them myself,
says Travis, able to sniff out sweet snacks from a mile away. Debbie leaves the office and approaches Travis in the nicest way she can muster.
Do you mind if I have a brownie?
She asks sweetly.
Help yourself. I made 3 trays, and there's enough for everyone to have as many as they want.
Travis informs the entire staff. The whole crew descends on the brownies like vultures on a carcass. They help themselves to more than a few brownies and munch them down with joy. One of the best parts of working in a restaurant is the camaraderie that comes with free food. About 10 minutes later, all the brownies are gone and the dinner rush kicks into full swing. Drivers take pizzas out for delivery and Debbie watches to see if she can see any more signs of drug abuse happening at work. Her hope is to catch them in the act. As the end of dinner shift approaches, the orders slow down and so do all the employees at Pizza Bros. Debbie suddenly finds herself more hungry than usual.
A pizza sounds pretty good, she thinks to herself. And some wings and a cheesy garlic bread. I'd put ranch dressing all over that.
She thinks. Travis returns from a delivery and storms into the store. He searches for the brownies and finds the empty aluminum trays licked clean in the trash.
Oh no!
He exclaims.
You guys ate all the brownies!
Yeah, they were really delicious,
says Debbie with delayed speech and still wearing brownie residue around her mouth. Travis shakes his head in defeat.
You guys don't understand. My roommate made brownies too. But they were special brownies, and we switched them by accident.
Travis looks around the room and can tell by the expression on everyone's face that it's too late. The special brownies have already kicked in. The employees are hungry and scrounge for food, stuffing their faces with the mistake pizzas that are on the top of the oven. Debbie tries to process what Travis just said, but can't understand. So the only word that comes out is,
"What?"
You've been eating pot brownies,
Travis exclaims. Debbie's red eyes narrow as she processes what was just said. When she finally understands, all she can muster out loud is,
"Drug test is canceled tomorrow."
As the crew tries to sober up, Debbie and Ed find themselves in the back room eating an extra large pizza, covered in ranch and hot sauce. It was the best one they had ever eaten. The end.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. This is Travis, and as I'm the only sober one left to do the outro, I just thought I'd say head over to therealpizzabros.com where you can find volumes 1, 2, and 3 of the printed books ready for sale. And again, I apologize for whatever happened here at work with everybody, but I assure you it was an accident.